You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Israeli military officials say the death toll from the Hamas attack has surpassed 1,000, becoming the deadliest attack in Israeli history. Steve Langford reports on how Long Islanders are standing in solidarity with Israel.
Across the lake from the Nassau County September 11th Memorial, a rally and supply drive in support of Israel, which is calling the attack by Hamas its own 9/11. The Nassau County Executive set to host the event here in Eisenhower Park Tuesday evening, featuring elected officials, rabbis, Israeli veterans, and students from local yeshivas, among others.
There are so many Long Islanders who have family members in Israel during this crisis.
I spoke to my wife just a few hours ago, and as she is an incredible source of light herself.
Rabbi Osher Kravitsky's wife, 2 young children, and 2 older sons are currently in northern Israel, along with a 3rd son who lives there.
To be thrown into such a situation, thank God she's a strong woman and a very positive woman. And she is doing exactly what she knows how to do. She's actually sheltering in place with my oldest son and his wife and his baby daughter, along with my 2 younger kids and my other son.
The 18-year-old son of Rabbi Kravitsky, who leads the Chabad of Great Neck congregation, was about to be formally inducted into the Israeli military. But when Hamas struck from Gaza, the young soldier was deployed immediately.
I asked him, "Are you afraid?" And he actually said, "Not at all, because this is the best I could do for my people right now."
Tuesday evening, Long Islanders will demonstrate their solidarity with Israel in the wake of the worst terrorist attack in the nation's history.
The part that gets me the most, that touched home, was about the 9/11. There were innocent lives being taken. The youngsters that were at the concert and were taken away.
I have a lot of family who lives there, and I have a staff who's going to be going to see her family. Is very disturbing.
2 nations, one unshakable bond. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Now, to read more on the fighting in Israel and the impact it's having on Long Islanders, go to Newsday.com, click Get More on the Newsday TV video box. The race to become the next Suffolk County Executive is on, and both candidates came to Newsday studios today for a debate. So who will get the job done for Long Islanders? Jerry Einhorn has this story.
I'm just checking to see if Dave's pants are on fire because he just lied about a whole host of things.
If you care about public safety in Suffolk County, trust the prosecutor, not the politician.
It was at times a contentious debate for Suffolk County's most closely watched race this election, County Executive. Steve Bellone isn't running because of term limits, hoping to take his place, Republican Brookhaven Town Supervisor Ed Romaine and Democrat Dave Colon.
If you don't know the difference between a hedge fund and a small business, you probably shouldn't be county executive.
I question his ability to bring people together.
One is a career politician who says experience matters and will help him get things done.
I know local government. I know what this county takes to run it. I know how to get it moving again.
The other, a former federal prosecutor and businessman who says the old way just isn't working.
We need to bring new solutions to the table, and we need new leaders to come to the table who have those ideas and those solutions to move us forward.
Newsday's Joy Brown grilled the candidates with questions from you, the voters, covering topics like crime and taxes, the economy, affordable housing, water quality, and cybersecurity. On Election Day, you get to decide who will make the decisions that affect your life.
How did their job affect people on our level, and how can they make it better for us? The working man, the 9-to-5 guy.
Both candidates had a lot to say about what's wrong with the way things are. Bottom line for some voters,
is it going to be the president, the executive for everybody? You know, for everybody, not for certain people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Now, for the full debate, head over to Newsday.com. And first in Newsday, there were opening arguments today in the Anne Marie Drago retrial. Drago is accused of killing anti-gang activist Evelyn Rodriguez. Prosecutors say the defendant did the unthinkable when Drago allegedly ran over Rodriguez with her car. Drago's previous conviction was overturned last year. And the LGBT network announced a new hotline to report hate crimes. FBI data shows that hate crimes against the community have increased in recent years, and these crimes often go unreported.
Some LGBT people may fear retaliation, escalation, or further victimization from the perpetrator or their associates. They may also fear being exposed, if they're not out, stigmatized, or isolated by their community or family.
Now, the number for the hotline is 888-LGBT-HLP. The line will officially open tomorrow, which is National Coming Out Day. The comedian Pete Davidson is coming to the Paramount. The show is on November 6th at 7 p.m. Pre-sale is going on now with tickets starting at $76. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather. And it was a beautiful fall day today. And tonight we have temps in the 50s. And tomorrow it's going to be a gorgeous one with temps in the mid-60s. Look at that. Sun all day, too.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated. High school sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
Hi, I'm Greg Sarah with a look at your high school football action. Let's start in Suffolk's Division II with a showdown of unbeatens. West Islip at West Babylon. Torrential sledging rains. I mean, it was bad outside. Pretty much eliminated the passing game in this one. It was all about the ground game. And here's West Islip halfback Rocco Carpinello with a 3-yard touchdown run with a little more than 3 minutes left in the first half. Less than 2 minutes later, in the driving rain, Carpinello does it again. He runs the ball 32 yards to the house, tiptoeing down the sideline. The Lions would score 3 touchdowns in the final 3:34 to blow this one open. When all was said and done, the Lions trounced the Eagles 34-6. West Islip is now 5-0. West Babylon drops to 4-1. Carpinello, he rushed for 219 yards and 4 touchdowns. His coach spoke about his talent.
He's not only a great run back, he's a great receiver. He runs that wildcat quarterback. He's a safety. He's just he's a tremendous football player.
Southside and Wanto hit the field in Rockville Center in another battle of unbeatens. Newsday TV's Carissa Kelman shows us who earned the big win.
In Nassau Conference 3, a pivotal matchup between unbeaten teams Southside and Wantagh came down to defense. The Southside offensive line cleared the way for an impressive 9-play, 97-yard scoring march late in the first quarter. Quarterback Owen West capped the drive with a 2-yard scoring run to put the Cyclones up 7-0. The Cyclones' second touchdown drive went 76 yards in 16 plays and took over 7 minutes. West capped it with his own touchdown run for a 14-0 score at the half. Jack Lazito ran for 2 second-half touchdowns of 4 and 31 yards. He finished with 109 yards on 24 carries. Wantagh scored with 3 minutes remaining to avoid the shutout on a Dylan Martini 2-yard touchdown run. But the Cyclones came out on top 31-7, handing Wantagh its first loss of the season.
Big focus was, our offensive line. We've got 4 3-year starters on there, and, they came ready to play today.
Our D-line, Kieran Kenny, right next to me, maybe 2 big guys. We're just clogging up the holes.
All the credit in the world to the offensive line. I mean, holes everywhere. We were running the ball up and down the field. Jack Lazito going crazy. Just a great overall effort.
In Rockville Center, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
For more on these teams and more exclusive local sports stories, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video.
Local farms are packed with families searching for pumpkins, apples, and fun. But what is it like to live on those farms? Ariel Dollinger has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Look out, Beanhead. Look out.
Here at Richter's Orchard in Northport, the apples are untouched by anyone who doesn't work here. The Amsler family has owned and lived on the property since the 1940s, and they're about to take us on a tour and show us what a day in their life is like. How would you compare living here to living on a property that's just residential?
I used to live right just outside Huntington Village in an apartment, and it's a lot different. You hear all sorts of noises and cars drive by all the time. And here, maybe I hear the train drive by once in a while. There's no neighbors to look at from my backyard. It feels free.
So when you're out here during the fall, when it's kind of the busy season and when people are coming to buy cider and buy apples, is it any different than the rest of the year?
It's just more hectic.
Well, the fancy ones go in here, and the ones with poor color or maybe spots on, they go in there, and these are cider apples. See, you're catching on real good.
Here in Dix Hills, Schmidt's Farm has opened its private property to the public. It's a world away from Richter's, offering what's known as agritainment, things like this pumpkin house behind me and this metal cow you can climb.
You know, I could almost live without a cell phone here because we could just holler at each other across the yard.
He gets a little Val for dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I started the You Pick Pumpkins back when I was in junior high school, but things evolved a lot more now with photo opportunities and roasted corn.
And we're gonna go.
The duck races, we added the train ride as well, that's a big hit. I want to see people coming through the yard, that's a good thing.
For Newsday TV, I'm Ariel Dollinger.
Now, to read more exclusive local real estate stories, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
I'm telling stories about these professional athletes, but they're still humans. And I think when we tell those stories, it really gives people a different angle into the thing that they watch every single day for fun.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.